Alright, chat. Let's get into something different this time. 12.12 patch notes. Our first patch note video on YouTube. Escape from Tarkov. Let's get into it. I'm not going over everything. I'm gonna just hit over the top things we actually care about. Patch 12.12. We're pleased to announce the release of patch 12.12 from Escape from Tarkov and full patch notes below. Key changes. The number one thing I believe everybody was waiting on Escape from Tarkov is the addition of the Lighthouse location. I like how they put that one first. That's the biggest one they actually, that and Voip, I would say. We haven't had a new map in a few years on Escape from Tarkov, so hopefully this will refreshen it. But let's look at this. The Lighthouse location will feature a new AI type, ex-USEC operatives, also called rogues. That's very interesting. It's probably going to be Raiders version 2. Terminator Raiders. They're a gang of former PMCs who previously operated together. They are well armed, well trained, and use coordinated combat tactics. They have similar interests to the Raiders. Okay, so yeah, it's Raiders Part 2. But have united around a shared military post. That sounds quite interesting. Quite interesting. Rogue USEX is just pretty much going over where they're going to be, the water treatment, and entrenched there, stationary machine guns, grenade launchers. Skip that. New bots are lenient towards the USEC PMC faction. They will not open upon a USEC player unless the player tries to enter the territory. So we pretty much got that. I believe they was already talking about that. Nikita and the gang was already talking about that. I want to see how this one is actually going to play. So from my understanding of reading this little paragraph right here, is pretty much we're going to be getting a warning when we come too close to the actual facility where these USEC ex-USEC operators are going to be at, and then we're probably going to get shot at afterwards. They're calling them rogues. Alright, so moving on, we got Inertia. Inertia has been added to the game for more realistic moving and actions. Inertia manifests itself in the following situations: walking and strafing, sprinting, sharp turns during sprinting, landing after jumping and falling from a height, leaning and sidestepping. So I would say that this is a much needed change on Escape from Tarkov. Actually, Inertia, because it's been one too many times where you peek a corner and then somebody's already running towards you and flicking. Like, so I believe that Inertia is going to change the game. It's going to actually make people play the game more slower. Granted, when you run through a bush, you should be able to fucking sprint. I don't know why they decided to take that shit out the damn game, but whatever. That's another subject for another topic in another day. Inertia force depends on the weight of the equipment and the strength skill level. That's interesting. The more your equipment weighs and the lower your strength skill level is, the longer it takes to accelerate, which makes sense. The longer it takes to slow down. The longer it takes to slow down and accelerate when changing movement direction, the more movement speed decreases. The sharper and longer movement speed decreases when landing after jumping and falling from a height. Okay. The slower it takes to lean, return to normal position from leaning and sidestep. I could dig it. I think the inertia system is going to change the game. But now we're going to probably be running around with full Berkroots backpacks with damn near shotgun shells and shit. So we'll see. Trying to get that strength up. We'll skip that. Expanded crouching and getting up mechanics. Now the duration of the duration. If I could speak today, shit. Now the duration of these actions depend on the degree of weight overload. Getting up drain stamina. It's been that actually. So I think the update on that one is pretty much the more you weigh, the more stamina it's gonna drain. I'm a next, move on. Expanded the weapon malfunctions mechanics along with misfires. Weapons can now suffer from the following malfunctions. Yeah, this is probably gonna be one of the ones that pisses me off. Failure to eject, failure to feed, or jam bolts. Let's dive a little bit deeper into this. After firing, the cartridge is jammed by the bolt and is partially visible in the ejection port. No way. This is some real life shit too. The source of the problem is, first of all, the technical condition of the weapon, and less often the overheating of the weapon and the cartridge characteristics. Okay, so overheating is confirmed in the game. Failure to feed. After firing, there is an issue with new cartridges feed. Round gets stuck in the mechanism of the weapon, cartridge, case, etc. The main source of the problem is the weapon magazine, especially the high capacity and drum magazine. So, with that being said, you might want to stick to them 30 round magazines and under, ladies and gents. Other sources, cartridge characteristics, weapon overheating, and technical condition of the weapon. Jam bolt. After firing, the bolt gets jammed. Jamming can be one of two types, normal and hard. The only difference is the duration of the troubleshooting. The cause of the jam bolt can only be overheating the weapon or its technical condition. Hard jamming occurs only at low values of the technical condition of the weapon, 5% and below. So I guess by me reading that one, it's pretty much, I believe, my interpretation of that is, if your weapon system is 100%, you're likely not going to see any kind of weapon malfunctions. But if your weapon system falls below 95%, because you got that 5% variation, then your weapon system will more than likely jam up. I feel like, with that being said, they should do a button, a key, or something that fixes it's a troubleshooting key or whatever. So as soon as you have one of these malfunctions, not just reloading or inspecting your weapon, but actually, bam, you press that key and it troubleshoots the misfeed, the failure to eject, or the jam bolt, and then it moves on and corrects the issue for you. Malfunctions cannot occur in new weapons. Durability, okay, so 93%. Okay, so they did fix that actually, because I think Nikita was talking about 95%, except malfunctions caused by overheating. So your weapon can still overheat, but whatever, moving on. Some types of weapon cannot have certain malfunctions due to the design and mechanism of operation. Check Raj. Now, in order to fix the malfunction, you need to determine its type first. To do this, you need to inspect the malfunction weapon via the weapon inspection hotkey. No fucking way. Characters with the elite level of troubleshooting skill will automatically detect the type of malfunction as soon as it occurs without having to inspect the weapon. So, we will have to actually inspect the weapon and determine which type of malfunction it is, and it's probably going to add another level of difficulty to the actual game though. So I'm looking forward to it, but it's going to suck. It's going to suck. Moving on to 6. Weapon overheating and related effects have been added to the game. Weapons heat up after each shot. The heating rate of each shot depends on the cartridge, barrel, and heating related elements of the weapon, receiver, muzzle, devices, handguards. Yeah, so barrel burnout, ladies and gentlemen, it will be a real thing. Moving on, in contrast to heating, the weapon is consistently cooling down. The cooling rate also depends on the barrel and other cooling related elements of the weapon, receiver, muzzles, devices, handguards. The degree of overheating can be monitored by the visual state of the barrel. So we're probably going to be having bright red barrels. You can distinguish from 4 stages of overheating in the ascending order. Each stage of overheating adds new negative effects: slight overheating, medium overheating, severe overheating, and maximum overheating. Bulk gets jammed when it's maximum overheated. I could buy that. I could buy that. Moving on. It's a slug. I'm like not even 1/4 away from the damn end of the damn patch notes, chat. Improved mechanics of the external ammo ballistics. Now when calculating the flight trajectory and energy, the initial speed, bullet weight, bullet diameter, shape, ballistics, coefficient are taken into account. Oh man. Bullet coefficients, chat. So what that means is pretty much that each type of ammunition will have its special trajectory with drop rates. Yeah, so moving on. I'm not really getting into much of that. Adjusted the recoil mechanics when shooting. Another big one, Voip. I believe this one should have been up there with the Lighthouse actually. So added voice communications functionality. To enable it, you need to go to the sound settings and check the enable Voip box. They should make like a hotkey for this one, I believe. Like I should be in the game and decide whether or not I want a hotkey Voip or not. I shouldn't have to go to a menu and enable it, because sometimes you just want to be on Discord or playing by yourself and don't have to worry about somebody around the corner and listening to you. This functionality is designed for coordination and the ability to negotiate. Right. I mean, I see where they went with this one. I'm actually looking forward to seeing this Voip implemented. Sometimes you win, sometimes you may lose, you know, depending on the situation. You may have a PMC want to complete the same quest you're on, and you're like, damn, I have the key for it, whatever the case may be, and you guys can Voip each other and complete the quest. You may make a friend, or you may get shot in the face. Moving on. Expanded the operational tasks, added the description variety, all tasks, operational tasks. So now we're going to get more descriptions. Moving on. You guys can pause it. Feel free, if I'm moving too fast, feel free to pause the video and read the actual patch notes. Added the ability to partially use different types of food and drinks. I could dig it. Like most of the waters, I believe you can, or the drinks actually, you can actually use by a percentage or number based, but the food, you should be able to do that as well. But they should make it where it spoils, so once you open it, it should be able to spoil. But moving on, all buff stacks only for original buff value. Moving on. New weapons, new weapon parts, 4 new hand grenades, including impact grenades. Those probably going to be concussion grenades, I'm assuming. Interesting to find out what these are going to be looking like. Impact grenades. New equipment, new barter items, new keys, new storage cases, injector case, and key card holder. All you juicers out there, this is probably going to be a big one for you guys and girls. And key card holder for you labs goers. Rangefinder. Interesting to see how this one is going to play too. Handheld rangefinder and tactical rangefinder module. And I hope that this one is a hotkeyable item, just like the compass. 5 new cartridges, new clothing sets for USEC and Bear, new unique armbands. Yeah, I would like that actually. Change up the style factor a little bit. New face type for both factions at the start of the game. Alright, we halfway there, halfway between the patch notes. Moving on. Added new quest to the Lighthouse location. Okay, that's a given. Graphic changes and optimizations. Screen space reflection, added optimization for physical collision objects. SSR is now enabled by default. I'm gonna test this one out and see how SSR is. I know my laptop is actually pretty good at smoothing out graphics and objects and textures and shapes and stuff like that. But with this 3090, I want to see how it actually performs and what's the impact of it. I'll probably make a video on this topic alone, graphic changes and optimizations. Alright, so moving on to the list of fix the issue where trader restock items were not updated until the client was restarted. I've seen that one a few times. Fix the issue when moving the flashlight on the weapon to another slot. An endless charge of the cartridge into another chamber could occur. Yeah, they need to fix that shit. Fix the issue that caused error 500 when interacting with the in-game location map after it was insured. Fix the issue resulting in insufficient lighting in the hideout. Insufficient lighting. I mean, you gotta collect like 50 damn light bulbs for the fucking hideout anyways, but whatever. It should be bright as day out in your damn hideout. Fix the issue where bots could shoot through walls on the factory location. That's an issue every damn where. Let's be real. Terminator Scav shooting you halfway across the map through some shit. Fix the issue where weapon inspect animation type of Sega 12 and SVDS. Fix the issue where overlapping sounds on stairs of 3-story dorm in a custom location. That's a big one. You could be damn near on the 3rd floor and you'll be hearing shit from outside, inside, but the staircase you right next to you won't hear shit. And sounds just overlapping. Fix the issue where bots could instantly move to a crouch position. That drop shot. Fix the issue where it was impossible to create a stack of currency or cartridges from 10 pieces. Moving on down. Fix the issue where the flea market search showed only one part when buying parts for assembly with 2 or more of the same modifications. Fix the issue where the trader restock timer could disappear after the timer ended. Well, I'm gonna scroll through this thing slow, so you guys feel free to pause the video, and if anything comes across that I feel like talking about or will feel like elaborating on, then we'll go ahead and talk about it. Various fixes, I'll touch on a few of these. Adjusted and also improved the characteristics of some weapons. Remove the ability to quick throw grenades. Now you must press the hotkey. Your character will take a random grenade into his hand from your chest rig or pockets. That's going to be very interesting. That's going to be very interesting. So I want to see how this one works if they're taking a random grenade from the chest rig or pockets. If we don't like that grenade, do we have to hotkey it again to put it back and then take out the one we want? Or is it going to be another random grenade and we hope we get the fucking random grenade? That's interesting. I want to see how that one is going to be, actually. Adjusted and added new crafting recipes for Hideout. All keys have durability. Oh man, that's a game changer. 100 units except for the keys that already had durability. 100 uses. So no longer can we use red key cards, I'm assuming. You only got 100 uses on them things. Change the starting gear for bots and player scavs. Various balancing changes to rarity and spawn location for items. Change fixes to logic and parameters of various weapon attachments. Let's see, scrolling down. Specific items can no longer be put up and purchased on the flea market. Oh man. Yeah, let's scroll through this. We're almost done. Let's scroll through this list. Riot's T, bulletproof helmet, exfil, no way. Black one. So I guess you could put the tan one up. The Vulcan 5, the Alton, no way. So now you gotta, it makes you either force you to sell it to, on the, it makes you to force, damn it. It forces you to sell it on the market just about to the traders now. Ragman or Fence. 6B43. The Thor. Actually I played this with the Thor a few times actually. It's pretty decent. LBT Slickplate. Oh shit. You can't even sell these no more. That's going to be a game changer. All slicks you won't be able to sell in the market no more. Hex Grid you won't be able to sell. Reduct you won't be able to sell. Zonk, IOTV Gen 4, Fort Defender, IOTV Gen 4, Gazelle, Tactic, Osprey, TTV Rig, TV Rig, Osprey, no way, Raid Backpack, Mystery Ranch Backpack, SSO Attack 2, 45 ACP. So that just, I'm assuming that's just gonna make everything on the market with the traders extremely expensive, because it's probably gonna be the only way you could farm for this shit. You can actually get it, and then you could get it in raid and just hoard on the shit, unless you don't want it, and just sell it to the Fence or one of the traders. This is probably going to be a game changer for the market, actually. You're probably going to have less valuable stuff on the market, and it's going to force you guys to use your traders. M61, 45 ACP, AP, M993, M62 Tracer, 762 BT and BS, 4.6 AP, SSA AP, M995, M855, M856. Damn, chat. This is it's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly. Let's see, Red Rebel. Did they put the Red Rebel? You can't even sell. Look at that. You can't even sell Terror Group Lab access key cards no more. Man. But you can still put a Red Rebel on here. You can still put a Red Rebel on there. I guess they mixed that one. Reaper R's you won't be able to sell no more. Man. Unless I missed the Red Rebel, but I don't think I've seen it on there. I think this is going to be a game changer for the market. Can no longer be put on for the fleet market. That's crazy. But if I missed anything, let me know in the comment section below. I'm going to be playing the first few weeks of the Voip. So it is 12 o'clock right now. So in Europe, Germany time. Hopefully the Voip is available for us to play in the next few hours. But I'll scroll through this again, all the way from the bottom all the way to the top, so you guys can pause the video at any given time. And there's a lot of patch notes, but I'm excited for it though, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very excited for it. It's probably going to be shitty the first few weeks, and then they're probably going to implement more bug fixes and stuff like that. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to say the least. But if you guys like the video, like, subscribe, check out my other platforms, Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram. It's all the same name, BoostleroyGTR. As always, until next time, peace.